So if you clicked on this video, you're probably wondering what the best way is to install drawers in a cabinet. So today we're going to be giving you a step-by-step guide of how we've found the best and most efficient way to install drawer fronts is. Let's get into it. So the first step to installing a drawer is we grab our laser, which we invented, and this laser has saved us quite a lot of time, and it also has been something that kind of raised the bar quality wise and creates a more consistent. So we just set our laser on here and it automatically puts a mark exactly where the top of our Jinky Mathinkies are. And so we make a mark on the laser. We then can just remove the laser, set it aside. The next step is to grab our drill and a few screws, and we put the plastic brackets in the back of the cabinet, and this is what holds the slide in place. So we just take these and we have to kind of keep it in relative to the reveal here. So on this one it'll be in about a 1/2 inch, and then we just screw it right on where that mark is. After that's in, it's pretty straightforward. You just grab your slides. These are 21-inch slides, and they just slide right into the plastic bracket. And then you want these just flush and maybe back a hair, just a hair from the face frame. And this makes for about a 1/16 inch gap, maybe 1/16 strong, between the drawer front and the cabinet. And then we take more 3/4 inch screws. We put 2 screws on each side, and these screw in through the slide and into the face frame. So you kind of hold it down, and if you want to move the slide up, down, or anywhere, you can kind of start the screw wherever you want it to adjust it a little bit. I usually go in the bottom of the hole just to keep it tight down onto the face frame. So now we have our slides in, and they are square. So the laser is what keeps everything level. So it's sometimes your face frame here might be just a hair off level. Whatever the case is, it makes it perfectly straight with the face frame that you have. That is what the laser is for. And then these plastic brackets back here are adjustable, and so it can slide side to side, and then you can tweak your drawer and get it square. So the next step is fastening the drawer front, the drawer box. So this is just a flat drawer front, so there's no up or down. So we have a jig, and this has the right amount of reveal right here for the proper overlay. And so then you can just set your front in there, and then you just set your drawer box on top. You make sure the back is up, obviously. And then we have 1 1/8" screws that we use, and these screws recess, as you're gonna see. We have a drill bit with a stopper, a 1/2 inch stopper on it, and this just prevents any over drilling, and you can just do things quickly without having to think. And it just stops it at the appropriate spot. So we just take this, and if your drawer front has like a panel on it, it's usually 2 1/4, and so it's something like this. So you got to make sure you're really on the left side, or you'll drill in through the front and cause issues. So we always just stay far to the outside. And then you take our 1 1/8", and these will just recess right into the wood. Gives it a nice clean look. We've had people ask us why we use these instead of like a washer head, and we used to use washer heads. We switched to these because they're easier to put in and they look better, and they have been plenty sturdy. We've had no issues with them coming loose or pulling through or anything like that. And then we have our air hose right here, so we can just, clean it out. So now you have your drawer front properly installed at the exact spot it needs to be. We take our latches, which are also right here, and then we have the appropriate size screws right here. These are 3/8, I think, 1/2 inch. These are 1/2 inch screws. And so you just take this right in the corner, and you usually put one in that way and one up into the front. And that keeps it right in the corner. Everything's sturdy. All right, so there's your drawer front installed. You've got our catches on. The slides are in the cabinet. So really, the process is mostly complete. The only thing left to do is to put the handle on. And so you can just slide it in. So there you go. And then, like I said, so you can make sure it's square. So right now, it's just a hair off square. There's a bigger gap here than over here. So you can just sort of bump it over and figure out where square is. And once we get it square, we wait till the cabinet is installed to do this, but once we get it square, we just take so as you can see, there's like a small gap the whole way across there, and that's exactly what we're going for. That's what the drawers are, or that's what the doors are, and so we just try to match it. It's probably about a 1/16 inch. And then once we know it's square, we can just take a screw in through here, and that keeps it secure, and so it stays square in the future. So now I'm just going to install the handle on this drawer front. So we usually just take it out, stand it up on the floor like that, and we have another jig here, S&H jigs. Very expensive jig. And then take it like this, and this just automatically centers it right there. This is our handle. So that thing has a bunch of holes on it. You got to make sure you use the right hole, so you can just kind of hold it up here. So it's the far outside ones. Then you can just drill it. We usually just start the holes. That way you don't ruin your jig. And then you can just take it and drill it the rest of the way. So now you got this drilled out. And this should go in easier this time because it's square. So once you get your holes, you got your holes drilled and you got the drawer in, we usually just install the handle after it's in. And we install our handles before we install the cabinets as well, which is a little bit unusual for some people. So there you go. That is how we install our drawer fronts, and it's been the best way that we have been able to find. So I hope you found this video useful, and in the future we're going to be making a video about how you can install a drawer front without any tools. Okay, yeah, you're going to need some tools, but without any jigs, with just a drill, tape measure, and a pencil and a few screws. And because not everybody has these jigs, not everybody wants to make them or buy them, and so we will be making that video in the future. So subscribe so you don't miss that one. Other than that, I think I'm going to see my way out of here and grab an Izzy for the road.